Etihad on his 18th birthday. Phil Foden scored his first home goal here at the weekend. He's on the bench tonight, along with Raheem Sterling and Bernardo Silva. Burton booked their place in this semi-final with a win against Middlesbrough last month. The scorer at the Riverside, Jake Hesketh, he's out injured and is back with his parent club Southampton. Other than that, 9 of the side that started that one in the quarter-final start here tonight. The other absentee, Stephen Quinn, he'll be missed. He's Burton's most experienced player. He hasn't shaken off Sane. There's a bit of space out wide here for Manchester City. There's the cut back to David Silva. Burton bodies back now. Is it going to be enough? Touched on by De Bruyne. Mahrez has a swing. And it's out by Lucas Akins. That is the definition of all hands on deck for Burton Albion.
It was a great piece of defensive work from Kieran Wallace, playing in that Stephen Quinn position, got back in front of his own back four and defended the Sane cross really well.
And it comes, De Bruyne with the header! Inside 5 minutes, Manchester City strike the first blow in this Carabao Cup semi-final, and it's a headed goal from Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, this is the big problem City give you, those attacking midfielders making late runs into the penalty area. It's not the centre forward Jesus on the end of it. It's De Bruyne again getting in between defenders. That's key in why he's able to score the goal. And then they have to get closer to him when he's breaking forward. He's in the penalty area. You have to get closer to him. And whether you're a full-back or a centre half, the ball isn't the danger. De Bruyne is. You've got to get touch tight with him. If you don't, you know he's got the quality to punish you.
He's started successive games. Lucas Akins. A rare chance for Burton to get some bodies forward. It's back to Akins. Oh, just behind. Boyce, chance for Harness!
Well, I just wondered, did he need to take it first time? And it all starts, it's a long ball up towards Liam Boyce. But they're brave, Burton, because Fraser and Akins go in behind Boyce. They get the ball back. And importantly, they get the ball into the box. I just wonder whether he could have taken a touch, steadied himself, and then tried to pass it towards goal. A little bit excited. That said, from that position, at the very least, you should be hitting the target. And just how many chances of this quality are Burton going to get tonight?
Yeah, played in round 3 at Old Trafford against Manchester United and were comfortably beaten by 4-1. Ended up getting that 1 goal as a late consolation. This is actually not just the first time they got to the semi-final, but the first time Burton have got beyond round 3 of this competition. Gundogan prodding it back to Sane. It's a delightful ball, and it's the City second, followed in by Gabriel Jesus. But it was that lovely pass to unlock Burton Albion initially that was their undoing.
Oh, Sane has switched from the left to the right. It's actually Lucas Akins that switches up here. As I say, if you're ball watching, you don't stay with your runners, you're going to get caught out. Sane is definitely onside. Akins is badly caught out. It's just the quick reactions of Jesus. Gets to that ball ahead of 3 Burton defenders, but it's simple football, give and go football. Akins doesn't stay with his man. And City have a second. They've looked pretty ineffective for maybe 15 minutes. But that second goal really probably puts the game to bed tonight. And it's just whether Burton can stay strong. Great reaction from Jesus to that ball that broke his way.
Akins. Just about get away with that one, or have they? Jesus. Sane. Back to Jesus. The next wave is led by Zinchenko. Now Gundogan. David Silva putting it on the plate for Gabriel Jesus, who fires it in off the post, and Manchester City have 3 on 34 minutes.
Well, this is what the quality side that City are can do to you. 1-0, you think, well, we're fairly comfortable, we've coped pretty well, and then suddenly, bang, bang, you're 3-0 down. They're not happy, Burton. They feel that David Silva is offside when this ball is played his way. That's what the Burton defenders are appealing for. And actually, there is an argument to say he did look as if he had drifted into an offside position. He's looking at Ben Turner and Jake Buxton. He looked as if he'd got beyond those 2 centre-halves. The flag didn't go up. Again, he's unselfish, picking out Jesus, who does what he does best and tucks the ball away. As this ball is played over the top, actually it is. I think it's Hutchinson who's actually playing him onside. It's a very good decision from the officials at first viewing. Look, definitely offside. but he wasn't.
Manchester City were they're not to progress from this tie, and that looks to be playing out that way. Swept in by Zinchenko. Well, it's his first goal. He barely celebrates. I think we know why. He didn't mean it, but it is a fourth for Manchester City.
Oh, if you're going to get a cross wrong, make sure it loops over the goalkeeper. Into the corner, everything's going City's way. There has been some poor defending from Burton Albion, helping City to score, but this is just a miscued cross. Bradley Collins just maybe, a couple of yards further forward than he probably wants to be, but he's anticipating the cross as well and is caught out. And how quickly City have taken this game away from Burton. 1-0, they were fairly comfortable. Now the game is out of sight, possibly the tie as well.
Gundogan. Silva popping up some wonderful passes. There's Jesus, and there's a hat-trick for Gabriel Jesus. Manchester City hit 5 on the night, and 3 of those for the promising young Brazilian.
Well, once again, David Silva heavily involved. Just the weight of his forward pass. I mentioned in the first half how he brings the best out of his teammates. The weight of the forward pass means that Mahrez can have a little look and can pick out who he wants to. He can decide how he wants to cross this ball. It's a brilliant little dink, and Jesus, as he does so, he gets away from defenders. For a player so young, plays with such maturity, just gives himself that yard or so away from defenders, gives him the opportunity to score. And his finishing is so composed. It's a safety.
Jesus could be in for another one here. Decent save by Collins first time, but it's rolled in. Phil Foden with his second goal in 4 days here at the Etihad, and Manchester City have 6.
Well, he couldn't really miss Phil Foden when the ball came his way. Only just off the bench, gets his goal. But once again, it's pretty straightforward stuff. Just little give and goes. Great movement off the ball. Defenders once again caught ball watching. It's not the greatest finish from Jesus. Gets a bit of good fortune coming back off the keeper. Just everything really has gone City's way with that Zinchenko goal. Now the ball coming back off Bradley Collins into the path of Phil Foden. Everything going against Burton. And it's 6 now, and you've got a feeling they could get really unfortunate here. City could get double figures.
The Manchester City coaching staff.
Bernardo Silva's been excellent this season. He's really benefited actually from the injury to Kevin De Bruyne. Has given him more game time. He's a real class act, and another City player who is all about play and move football.
Speaking of movement, is Leroy Sané has kept himself onside. He's popped it in, and that's a delightful goal from Manchester City, who are running right at the Etihad now. How many could this be?
It's a great ball in by Sané, but again the movement of Jesus to get into goal-scoring positions, and how quickly he realises that there's pace on the ball. He's just got to help it on. He's onside for definite, Sané, as is Jesus. The way he just adjusts his body just to help that ball on its way. He's not really shooting, he's just redirecting it. Once again, the sign of a much more mature centre-forward than Jesus actually is, but in a team like City, they are going to create opportunities, just whether he can get on the end of them. And with his movement, time and again, he gets into...
Kyle Walker. Jesus, already responsible for 4 of the City 7. Now Mahrez, and there's another one. Kyle Walker hits an 8th for Manchester City.
So it's a great pick out from Riyad Mahrez, but Walker does incredibly well because he scores with his right foot, the ball coming across his body. Easy to take it with your left, so to adjust and tuck it home. That's a centre-forward finish by the right back. Again, how high up the pitch Kyle Walker is. City really enjoying themselves, and a team this good, when they're enjoying themselves, are going to tear you apart. It's a brilliant finish. Again, they're playing with width. This time it's Mahrez instead of Sane. And the weight of the forward pass from David Silva enables Mahrez to pick out his man. And Walker tucks it home brilliantly.
Unforgiving, relentless and brilliant are the side in possession at the moment, ahead of the second leg at Stamford Bridge, which is actually on a Thursday night, just over a fortnight's time. A return at Burton for what it's worth, and Mike that precedes that. At the moment, the goal difference is 8, but they have to make that 9. Riyad Mahrez wasn't going to miss out. And Riyad Mahrez makes it 9.
Oh, he has that broad smile because he made a mess of the first attempt, actually. He scored the first attempt.
26,
It breaks kindly for him and he manages to stab it in at the second. This time it's Bernardo Silva, the creator, picking up just the right pass to just the right player. Makes a mess of that first one, Mahrez. And he gets fortunate when it breaks his way. Bradley Collins really needs to take a step before he dives. There's no way he's going to reach this ball. There's not an awful lot of pace on it. He's never going to reach it. We've got 6 or 7 minutes left to go, and it'd be amazing if we don't get double figures. What a horrible night for Nigel Clough.